guys, welcome to my wood shop. It's been over a month since my last shop update, and actually it's been over a month since my last video. I had a mishap regarding my SD card that had about 5 or 6 hours of video on it that should have been out by now, but the data was corrupted or something, and I've pretty much lost that. So I've came to terms with that now. I've grieved, and I guess it's time to move forward. So I have a lot of projects that I'm currently working on, so let's take a look at what's on the bench. Here are the 10 ends that I've cut for the legs for this coffee table that I've been working on for what feels like 10 years now. But this is something that if you're a woodworker, you will truly understand how gratifying it is when you make more than one piece and they actually come out identical. I cannot express to you how pleased I am with myself that I actually made 4 pieces where all the measurements are exactly the same. It blew my mind. I couldn't do it again if I tried, probably. But this is where I'm at. Tomorrow I'm going to mark out on the table where these are going to go. And these are going to go up through the table. I'm going to cut the mortises out. I'm going to drill them out and cut them out with hand chisels. I don't have any mortising chisels, so I'm going to drill most of the waste out, and I'll pair it with the hand chisels that I do have, and we'll see how that looks. So here's this little guy. This is a decorative wine bottle stopper display I'm making for my uncle, who has more wine bottle stoppers, I guess, than what he knows what to do with. So I'll be doing the finishing to this tomorrow once I run the dust collector in here overnight and make sure that there's no particles that'll fly in there and stick into my finish. But it's pretty cool. It's Padauk, cherry, and purple heart feet. And these are 5/8 diameter holes, and they are perfect to put a wine bottle stopper in. Boop. So that's been quite a bit of fun to make and just mess around, since my uncle was in the shop, and it's always cool to have somebody else in here to just bounce ideas off of, and you know, it's good to have that kind of sense of community, I guess. Another thing I've been working on, I bought a dovetail saw at a garage sale here for $1. Now this thing's trashed or whatever, and the handle was junked up, but I carved out this handle out of some curly maple that I had, and I'm going to finish that tomorrow too. I actually carved this out and hand sanded it, and it feels really good. I like the way it feels. So I have fatter hands, I guess. I have big sausage fingers. So I have a lot of work to do on getting that blade looking presentable, but it's been a fun side project I can do, just hand sanding and hand tools and stuff like that, so I don't need the electricity in the shop. I can take this and I can do that at work, actually. I can sit at my desk and hand sand while I'm looking at my computer, so so that's been cool. I've never made, besides the drum sander, I've never actually made a tool, or at least dovetail saws kind of have this heritage of being made out of amazing looking wood, and I guess I'm starting my foray into making these types of things, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's baby steps at this point, but you know, we'll get there. And right here, the last thing, I just finished this. I did not build this drawer. It came with my son's bed that we bought for this new house. However, when it arrived, it was broke. And instead of waiting the 4 to 6 weeks for my son to have a functional bed drawer, I decided to take matters into my own hands, as I'm sure many of you can relate. And I'm going to get uppy closey here and show you exactly what went wrong with this modern marvel of Chinese engineering, I'm sure. Okay, these are the brackets that held the face of the drawer to the sides of the drawers. And you can see how they arrived. Completely annihilated. This is supposed to be this hole is supposed to be completely encompassed for these to fit in. If they're not, these screws obviously slide out when you pull on the drawer. So here's what I did. Okay, I decided this is where those chintzy Chinesium brackets originally went, and that's also where they were broke. So I decided to put a hardwood brace in there. That's maple, so that should be fine, I'm guessing. And I tacked them in with some 18 gauge pin nails. And since it's particle board, and this other board is kind of like a laminate or something like that, I don't even know what it is. I decided to use CA glue instead of wood glue, just for speed. And I just want to get this into his bed so he can enjoy it. And I'm sure that this will not be damaged by a 5-year-old. So I'm pretty sure this is good to go. So I'm gonna install this guy tonight, and we're gonna get the party started up in my son's room. So there you have it. That's pretty much it that's going on in the shop this week in a nutshell. If this is your first time checking out my channel, feel free to subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions or concerns with anything that I do, or if you have any critiques to help me out or something you'd like to see in the shop. Feel free to let me know. Fear not, however, all the material that I lost, I will be doing more cutting boards in the next week or so to get ready for a craft fair eventually. And I have some custom tools coming in from the machine shop that I did the chainsaw mill at, and they're going to be some carbide lathe tools and a chuck mount for a wine bottle stopper that we made. Everything to size and to scale to my current operation to start batching stuff out. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to share that, and the next time we get good weather, I'm taking out the camera with me because we have the county cut down about 10 ash trees that are pretty big in size. So we're going to mill those guys up. And I'll bring the camera with me this time, and we'll get to see the chainsaw mill in action. And eventually, hopefully, that's the wood that I want to make a solid hardwood workbench out of next winter, if the wood has dried well enough by then. So yeah, let me know, and thanks for watching.